Target locked.
Today's target is Laya, the Celestial Chordspeaker. She is an attack scaling healer for the Watcher faction. A compassionate elven healer, she envelops the suffering with hope through her celestial melodies. Here's a stat breakdown for Laya and how she compares to other healers in the game. She excels in pretty much every facet with impressive attack and bulk, while still having average costs compared to other healers. Being the legendary lord for the Watcher faction, her lord skill increases faction allies' basic attributes by 15%, periodically increases damage and healing multiplier by 30% for 20 seconds. The more faction allies there are in the team, the more frequently it takes effect. When any faction ally is healed, their damage will increase by 15% for 10 seconds. Laya's talent is that every 3 basic attack increases the next basic attack's healing by 50%. Laya's basic attack grants attack-based healing to 3 allies in range, with max skill-ups increases her healing multiplier by 20%. Laya's ultimate, Divine Grace, is a manually activated ultimate. One thing to note is the attack range for it is drastically different than her normal attack healing range. It has a cost of 1200 range, and she starts with a 500 range upon deployment. It lasts for 10 seconds. Her ultimate restores 10% rage for all allies in range immediately. Afterwards, restores 1% rage for them every 2 seconds, lasting for 10 seconds. This effect doesn't affect the hero's rage. With max skill-ups, the rage regen interval is reduced by 1 second. The rage regen per second is increased by 0.6%, and the skill cost is reduced by 200. Laya's first passive, Celestial Ascendance. When the ultimate is triggered, applies a damage increase of 10% to all allies in range, and increases their damage by 5% every 5 seconds, stacking up to 1 time. The effect lasts until the ultimate is over. With max skill-ups, the damage increase trigger interval is reduced by 3 seconds, and the damage increase stat cap is increased by 2. Laya's second passive, Ethereal Resurrection. When allies in range release their ultimates, they will restore HP equal to 150% of Laya's healing multiplier. With max stacks, this increases her healing multiplier by 50%. Laya's first awakening is that the damage increase provided by Celestial Ascendance lasts 5 more seconds after the ultimate ends. Her second awakening increases faction allies' attack by 5%. Her third awakening, the hero's ultimate, can restore rage for herself as well. Her fourth awakening, her rage regen automatically gained passively, is increased by 1. And her fifth awakening, when the ultimate is triggered, the damage increases applied by Celestial Ascendance to allies increases to 15%. With amazing overall stats compared to any other healer, Laya is able to focus solely on what she needs for her kit. Attack percentage and healing multipliers utilize her abilities to their potential, and any attack speed would help her as well. Secondary boosts to her HP percentage and defense percentage, making her all the more bulky to stay on the field should any enemy look her way. Early on, the Guardian set will help ensure she stays on the field, but by mid-game, upgrading to the Asclepius set will increase her healing effect, but try to push for her to get her into an Invigoration set as soon as possible for the added attack percentage for herself and a random ally. Early on, as is in best in slot with nearly anyone looking for attack percentage, Ancestral Teachings is best early on, but by mid-game, you could look for Lantern of Radiance for increased AoE healing. And for Mythics, you could look to Orb of Euphoria for an added attack speed buff periodically for your allies. With a fairly balanced faction with offense and defense, the Watchers are in good hands with their legendary Lord Laya. She utilizes both sides of the spectrum, augmenting their damage and sustainability in multiple ways to help them get through any content they may be facing. She is also one of the top tier rage regen batteries utilized in Guild Boss, able to squeeze out much more damage from your team with her ultimate and passives, all the while keeping them alive with her AoE healing. Thank you for watching this Watcher Realms Hero Spotlight. If you like what you see, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I am Lieutenant Sheik, and this target has been destroyed.